morning, class. Are you guys super excited to learn about 3D shapes?
Yeah.
Okay, so before we get into the 3D shapes, what shapes do you see around the classroom? Can somebody raise their hand and, okay, yeah?
I see a rectangle on
Yeah,
the exit sign.
I love that rectangle. What about you?
I was gonna say rectangle, but square. Like, these could almost be squares. I know they're not exactly even.
Yeah. Those shapes that you guys saw are called 2D shapes. We're gonna talk about 3D shapes. So do you see any shapes that, or any item of a shape that you can hold in your hand?
Like with the cage.
Yeah. That's a 3D shape. A 3D shape takes a lot of mass and makes it into a shape. So when I go like this, you guys will repeat after me, okay? I know. You guys have to do this. You guys can just say I know. Okay. 3D shapes are shapes.
3D shapes are shapes.
I can understand. Cubes, cones, cylinders, and spheres.
Cubes, cones, cylinders, and spheres
Are 3D figures.
are 3D figures.
I will be able to label a cube, cone, cylinder, and sphere.
Cone, cylinder, and sphere.
So those shapes, you see how some of them are red? I don't know if you guys can read that because you guys are kindergarten. So, but basically those are the 4 3D shapes that we're gonna go over. We're gonna go over cube, cone, cylinder, and sphere. This is the shape of a sphere. Usually when you see a sphere, it's more of a shape of a ball, so it's all flat and round. A cylinder is always gonna have flat edges at the top and the bottom, but the middle is gonna be round and smooth like a sphere. A cone is gonna have a flat surface with a point at the top. And a cube is gonna have flat edges that kind of look like a square. And in this picture, you can see what do you guys see?
Present.
Yeah. What shape is it?
Cube.
Good job, guys. What does this shape look like?
Sphere.
Good job. Love it. Okay, what about this?
Cone.
Yes. Cone. Okay, now what about this?
Cylinder. Yep.
Good job, guys. I love how we're being mathematicians today. Okay. Where's my book? Okay, before I start this video, I do want to let you guys know that there is an extra shape in there that we are not going to be learning about, but it'll be fun to know it at least. So if everybody could stand up, and we're gonna sing along and dance to our shape song. The audio works.
I think it worked when
It might be quiet though.
Yeah.
But just try it. See if it
Okay.
does it turn on your Mac.
Yeah, it's all the way up.
Yeah.
Try the volume on the actual video though. Because sometimes YouTube does that. It's all the way up. It is.
Here, we can just sing. Here are the 3.
Okay, yeah, we could just sing. It might be a little quiet.
Do you know the melody?
I think
We'll follow along with you.
Okay. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Pyramid. A baseball, the moon, and orange I have right here. These are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a sphere. A basketball, the earth, and marbles I have here are all examples of 3D shapes that we call a sphere. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Pyramid. A soda can, a pencil shaft, and a can of soup would be examples of a cylinder, as you can plainly see. A marker, a glass of milk, a peanut butter jar are all examples of a cylinder. Yes, I'm sure they are. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Pyramid. An ice cube, a cardboard box, and a Christmas present for you are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a cube. My little dice, a sugar cube, and blocks that I use are all examples of the 3D shape that people call a cube. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Pyramid. An ice cream cone, a pencil tip, and a megaphone are all examples of a 3D shape that all people call a cone. A birthday hat, a traffic cone, or a funnel in my home are all examples of a 3D shape that people call a cone. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Pyramid. Okay, this is the shape that we said we weren't going to talk about, but you know, it's fine. We can see all these amazing pictures of a pyramid, as you can plainly see. Here are the 3D shapes that I know. A sphere, a cylinder, a cube, and a cone. Pyramid! Good job, everyone! Give yourself a round of applause. That was such an amazing. Woo! We all sang that together. Wow, we make such a great team. All right. So now that we know all of the 3D shapes and we're just shape experts. Now, okay, give me 1 second. Okay. A sphere, like I mentioned, is a round 3D figure that's shaped like a ball. Whenever we think of a figure that's a sphere, we can see it in everyday life. For example, we can see it when we see a bubble, or when we can see a ball. And a cone is a 3D figure with a circle and a point at the top. We can see this in real life with a birthday hat that's shaped like a cone and a cone waffle when you're eating ice cream. And then a cylinder is also a 3D figure with 2 circles at the top and at the bottom with a smooth middle part. And we can see that in a can and a Pringles bottle. Can. Sorry. And then a cube is a 3D figure where all the sides are squares. We can see that when we see a cube. A dice, and when we see a Rubik's Cube. Because I know a lot of kindergartners love Rubik's Cubes. Okay, now it's time to make our own 3D shape. So in front of you, you have a little bag that contains toothpicks and marshmallows. So we'll be able to make the cube together. I'm not gonna burn my bag. You can take them all out if you want. Okay. So for the first steps, we're gonna be able to sit down. Okay. So we're gonna grab a marshmallow and a toothpick, and we're just gonna try to make a square. then once you're done, make sure to put up a thumbs up in the air. Okay, perfect. All right, now that we have one of these, we're gonna make another one. Once you're done, just put up a thumbs up in the air. Sorry, no, you're okay. Okay, now that we're finished with that, we're gonna try to put the rest of our toothpicks on top of one. And then once you're done with that part, make sure you just put your thumbs up in the air. Okay. Now we can just add the top part and then just stick it onto.
I went too far.
No, that's okay. That's okay. You're just a shape expert. That's all. You guys need any help?
I think I got it. It's
Okay.
a little wonky.
No, that's
Yours looks
okay.
good.
Both of y'all's
Right
look
there.
so
It's a
beautiful.
little- We're good.
I love it. I love it. Okay, so what was the shape again?
Cute.
Perfect. Okay, now I want you to turn to your partner and just kind of, what is your favorite shape and why is it your favorite shape? So my favorite shape is a sphere because I like soccer.
My favorite shape is a cone because I like ice cream cones.
Stole mine. My favorite is a sphere because of cheese balls.
Okay, does anybody want to share
Mine's
to the whole class?
my favorite is a cone because I like ice cream cones.
Okay.
My favorite is the sphere because of cheese balls.
Okay. I love those. I love those answers. So just kind of like quick. So now that we have our 3D shapes, you can put them back inside of your.
Take them apart or
No, you can just put it in here. So like whenever like you guys go back to your cubbies, you guys can just put it in your bags or cubbies. And then whenever you go home, you can probably show your mom, your dad, your grandma, or whoever takes care of you. So that's okay. Mine kind of did the same. That's okay.
flat and 3D shape.
Okay, does anybody, wow, that's my train of thought. So, let's just go back to what we, were our learning objectives. So, we know our, somebody raise up their hand, and what did we just learn about?
3D shapes.
Awesome, I love that answer. And what do we know about 3D shapes? Yes?
Cubes, cones, and cylinders, and shapes of 3D figures.
Yes, 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 yes. Why are they 3D figures? You guys remember why? Because you can
Hold them.
mm-hmm. And what else can you do? You can
Feel
Feel
them.
Yup. I love those answers. Okay, so now we know that 3D figures are shapes because we can hold them, we can feel them, we can even squish them, we can kick them, just like how we did with the soccer ball. And with the cubes, not cubes. Now we understand what each of the 4 different 3D shapes, figures, I mean, sorry, are. And so we know now the difference between cubes, cones, cylinders, and spheres. And we know how they look like and how they're supposed to feel.